Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Vandella Menifee coming to you live from the Grand Prairie Epic Recreation Center in Grand Prairie, Texas. Coming to you live, the Epic and, the Malcom and Vandella show. Malcolm is sick, unfortunately, and I have a wonderful host here with me today, Mr. Cole Humphreys, our city councilman, District 5. Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Listen to him.
Malcolm's sickness is to my benefit, I guess.
Absolutely.
Get to come out and hang out with you guys.
Yes, get a chance to hang out with us. Isn't it such a beautiful day? Look at our surroundings.
I'm telling you, with these glass panels, seeing that sun shine around. It's a little chilly out there, but with that sun on you, I'm telling you, it feels great.
It actually looks like it's a summer day, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
Where's the leaves? They've all fallen, I guess.
Yes, some. But at least we still hear birds chirping.
Yes.
Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp. Well, let's get our show started. I'm telling you, it will go really, really fast. I have not had a show that we didn't run out of time, so I think we should probably kind of time it myself.
Listen, you time it because you're going to be cutting me off. I mean, I'm a talker, right?
I'm telling you, you're going to be telling Malcolm anytime you or Vandella, you can fill me in as the co-host. It's a lot of fun.
Wait, who's Malcolm?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Man, Malcolm's the one that invited me to do this, and he's a great guy. That guy,
yes,
he's everywhere.
We appreciate Malcolm. I don't know what I would do without him. Malcolm is like, when I say my real sidekick, he's my real sidekick. We've known each other for 13 years.
Very, very
Yes,
cool.
We were neighbors when we first moved to Grand Prairie. And actually, Lisa and Malcolm were the first people that we met.
Well, this is even better because I've got to know Malcolm a little bit, but I've always just said hi to you, Vandella. I've always said, hey, how's it going? Good to see you.
Yes.
Take a few pictures.
You've
but I've
always
never got
been
to sit
very
down.
cordial.
Yeah, well, got to be. But I've never got to sit down and get to know you.
Yes, so this is going to be fun.
Excited.
I'm looking forward to it. So let's get started. So what is it? Our quote of the day. It is, if you work just for money, you'll never make it. But if you love what you're doing and you're always put customers first, success will be yours. You're a business owner. What can you say about that?
That's a great quote, and I'm glad you said it because it kind of gets me going already here. Man, it is what it is. People say it all the time. It sounds cliche. So if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life or something like that.
Yes.
So I sell insurance. Insurance. My response to that is boring. But I get to talk with people every day.
Yes.
Somebody comes in, and half the time, they don't even talk about insurance. They want to talk about their family or their life or ask me a question about this or that. And I love that. And so I can honestly say I don't really work
right.
that much.
So you get the check afterwards? It's almost like counseling session, huh?
Absolutely. and being city council, people want to ask you questions and talk to you. And that when people talk with you like that, it really makes my day.
So it's pretty fun, huh?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I can say that too. People say I retired from the federal prison system in 2012, and when I tell you, when I started in 1996, 92, no. 1987.
Whoa.
Was when I started working.
God. That kept going further back and further back.
I had to really think about that. I actually didn't. I said that I was going to work 6 months. Then I was going to leave because I wanted to buy me a Corvette and I was going to go back to Chicago. And that was my whole plan. And I told my uncle, God bless his soul, my Uncle Bill. I said, Uncle Bill, I said, soon I want to work 6 months, and then I'm going to buy me a Corvette, and then I'm going to be back. And he was like, I have this job waiting for you. I was going to work for a judge, a Cook County judge in the juvenile court, because my background, My major was law enforcement, criminal justice, and my minor was forensic science. I used to be really, really smart a long time ago. And
very
so that was my plan. So I was like, okay, I started out as a correctional officer, $16,500. And I thought that was a lot of money. It was a lot of money
Hey,
at that
87,
time.
right?
Yeah, that was a lot of money at the time. And lo and behold, I actually enjoyed being a correctional officer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was cool. It was at that time. I used to always tell people I get paid really good money to babysit adults
Babysitting.
because we were in that type of environment. You told them what to do.
Yeah.
And so, fast forward, I was like, okay, I know that I won't be here 25 years, and it went by so fast. And
Well, let's not be foolish, right? I mean, you may agree with this. There are some that still upset you, and it's not the best. It's not the. But if you take the joy out of it,
yes,
it really is beneficial and rewarding.
yeah, it is. I really enjoyed every position that I held with our agency, and so I really can't say that it was really work for me because I took advantage of every opportunity, and I always enjoyed sharing what I knew with others, and I always tried to dispel the cliche of government workers are lazy. Government workers work hard.
Yeah.
I mean, because they always tell you have to do more with less.
Do more with less. Yeah.
That's an oxymoron. Do more with less.
Wow.
Yeah. How can you do that?
Did he just say that? Did somebody just tell me that? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But
yet, you
if
do
you
it
have
anyway.
a great team, you figure out a way to do it anyway, and you make it happen. So I guess, you do more with less. But I really enjoyed my entire career with the agency, and I have no regrets.
So you retired?
Yes, since 2012.
2012. So you're still working?
I volunteer full time. I don't call that work.
At our great Parks and Recs department, which I'm going to go ahead and throw in the plug this morning. Vandella and I were at the groundbreaking.
Yes.
Yesterday morning. We're at the groundbreaking Play Grand Adventures.
Yes.
It's going to be a 10-acre, all-encompassing disabilities, inabilities, or just your good abilities are welcome at this place.
Yes.
If you get a chance, look it up right now, Play Grand Adventures and the concept. They're beginning the phase 1 construction soon. So
it's going to be incredible.
Oh, wow.
I can't wait.
Grand Prairie.
It rocks.
It is awesome, man.
Yes, it is.
We're just kicking butt and taking names.
I know.
And you want to talk diversity.
Yes.
I mean, forget culture. Look at what we're just building, what we started tomorrow.
Yes.
Diversity in your abilities.
Yes.
You name it. We got it.
You name it, we have it. And we're centrally located. We are right in the heart of Dallas, Irving, Fort Worth, Arlington, Mansfield. We're 10 minutes from the Cowboy Stadium?
Well, we were just talking about Kessler. That's 15 minutes.
15 minutes away.
If you're in Fort Worth, the Kessler is an hour away.
Yes.
If you're in Dallas, the stadium's 30, 45 minutes away. But
that's really not that bad.
We could have a Grand Prairie Love Fest here, I think.
Yes.
I mean, we just love it so much.
Yes. Thank you, Mayor Jensen and the council. Now you're on the council, Mr. Humphreys.
Yeah, that's fun. It's an honor. It's been great. I could talk your ear off about it. It's way more than I expected, but all welcoming more. I mean, the work is a lot, and in order to do it right, you do need to commit to it.
Yes.
I think you could just get away. I mean, I could spend the next 3 years going to 3 or 4 meetings a month, and that could be it. But man, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's a little foolish, if you ask me. There's so much opportunity, and
there's so much going on in the city.
It's funny. The other day we went to Grand Prairie ISD Family Service Center. Had as a new building. They bought the old Grand Bank building.
I heard about that.
And so they kind of had a grand opening. This is so cool. Brighter Tomorrows, Lifeline Shelter. I think there's a counseling and a food service all within this building. So when families go to Grand Prairie ISD, seeking assistance instead of just kind of shuffling around here and there. Now we have a central building these people can go to. So they had a grand opening. And I just was going to pop in, kind of see how it went. And they're like, oh, Cole's here. I'm like, oh, it's, and so the lady walks over to the front row. She leans over to another lady and says something to her. This lady gets up and walks, and they're like, Cole, we have a seat for you. I'm like, no, that lady can sit there. I don't need this. And she goes, no, that's one of our administrations. They want you to sit here. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I thought they were kicking somebody out of their seat. I said, you don't need to do that for me.
But it's the respect that we have for our city council.
Well, as I say, and then that's the point. It's flattering, it's honoring.
We appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you.
We really do.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How much is the salary?
Salary. It doubles every year.
It does?
Yeah, so it goes from, about 0 to 0. No, hey, so we get $25 a meeting. I think the mayor gets $50. That's all public information.
Really?
Yeah, and cell phone reimbursement. So we're getting rich sitting up there. But hey,
But don't quit your day job.
Right? No, that's why insurance agents end up being politicians, because they can get away from the
flexibility. Yes.
Yeah. So
definitely have to be flexible.
Yeah, like I said, you don't have to, but it'd be foolish not to.
Yes.
And you're not serving your citizens if you're not out there.
Exactly. And we appreciate the service that you guys provide. And Jeff Woolridge is my city councilman, and I appreciate him because I am definitely a high maintenance citizen. I call and email a lot. So you better be glad that I'm not in your district. Well, I would call on you too if there was something in your district. The thing that I like about the City of Grand Prairie Council, it doesn't matter who is responsible. If I see any of you, I can tell you what my concern is, and you will ensure that it gets to whoever it needs to be addressed with.
Yeah.
Or it's been taken care of.
Well, I was about to tell you, bring it, right?
Yeah.
Call me with
because
anything.
It's all about our city. It's all about our city.
When I ran my campaign, cell phone, such as I had my personal cell phone on every piece of literature that I distributed. It said, call me, please.
Wow.
I was going to say, Jeff, he's the closest to me in age. And so
So are you the youngest or Jeff?
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
Jeff was. Jeff's an old man.
Is he really?
Not really.
He's aging gracefully.
And I'm kidding. He's 4 or 5 years older than me. And being young and new, he was like, "Hey, man, let's have lunch." And we talked about what to expect and what to do. It was really nice of him to reach out.
Yes.
Because I don't know if people believe it or not, but we're separate. I see him twice a month, but we don't. We'll see each other at events and so forth, but. We don't.
You're responsible for your own district.
Yeah, and outside of talking to a few of them, it's actually illegal. If you see 5 councilmen at Theo's huddled in the corner, go say something to them, because you can't do that.
Really?
Even like after a council meeting, when we kind of chat about, hey, that vote we had, blah, blah, blah. I've seen the mayor many times go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good, because 5 is a majority.
And wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, if we're talking, because if 5 councilmen are sitting in a room talking, that's public policy.
Yes, I never thought about that.
There's exceptions like social events.
Yes.
And if people are...
But that's announced.
Yeah, right. A good point.
Yes.
It's announced and people know.
And
that it's
people are
happening.
aware, yes. Yeah. I wasn't aware of that. That's good information to know. Come to think about it, I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, except
other than in an event.
Events.
Yes.
Yeah. And so...
that's interesting.
And our city attorney... And so, hey, by the way, with all the stuff you're talking about, your response that you're getting and the issues you have, I want to give it up to the staff that Tom Hart has set up for us.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Shout out to Tom Hart.
Yeah,
thank you, Mr. Hart.
Well, and it's his culture that he represents.
He is truly a great leader. I love hearing him speak.
Create raving fans is what he says. And,
yes.
I went to a newly elected officials conference in San Antonio.
Okay.
About a month after I was elected, and I walked out of there feeling.
What was it like?
I walked out of there feeling superior. I grew up here in the city's a little small town.
Yes.
It's like it's just me and my little Grand Prairie Gopher, and I'm a Gopher through and through.
Go
And I forget that we're almost 200,000 people with, you know what I mean? It's just, you forget. And I go up in there and I'm talking to these people about the projects we got going on. I'm like, man, and the struggles they have with dealing with their city manager or my mayor was being on. I'm just like, whoa, man.
Yes.
So again, that just reiterates how awesome our city's going.
Our city really is awesome because
I
don't know of any other city that works hand in hand with their school district.
Right.
I mean, our school district is, when I say hand in hand between the classes, Parks and Recreation, volunteering at their events, setting up tents.
Yeah.
The school district donating to Parks Department.
Absolutely.
It's incredible, and that's unusual. That's unusual.
It goes back to Tom, establishing those relationships, and and he does that with the council. We've had some tough votes in my short time, and I say tough. It's not world-ending votes, but something that kind of might go 50-50 on some things, and I'll disagree with some of the councilmen on something, and we vote and move on to the next deal, and we realize this is our position, this is what we're supposed to do. We take it to heart.
Yes. Because you're representing your constituents.
Yeah. I could talk about it for hours, but I do want to include that, I take all these votes to heart. And so I've found myself not sleeping a couple times, and there's such small things. They're not that big of a deal, but I want to make the right decision.
Yes.
And I say that, so if anybody ever looked at my voting record and wondered.
I have to look it up.
Yeah,
see
there's
what
not.
You voted against.
Yeah, there's not really anything to look at right now, but there may be one day.
I'm going to look anyway.
Please do. I mean, I wish more people did. I mean, that's,
But I think people only get involved when there are problems.
Yeah.
And when there aren't any problems, people don't really get involved because there's no reason to. They're liking the course of what's going on.
So I have a good point to that, I think. And I don't want to upset anybody, but I'm going to say it anyway. So the municipality is one of the most efficient forms of government, or your local government.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. It's nonpartisan.
Yes.
We're worried about us getting better.
Yes.
And Mayor Jensen had during the midterms, he had some good points. Every time he'd say something, he said, "Look, on November 6th, what was election day? On November 5th?
I think it was the 6th. It was the 6th.
Okay. On November 7th, we're going to wake up and we're going to do things for Grand Prairie."
Yes.
He said, left, right,
it doesn't matter.
They're arguing
it's about
points.
Grand Prairie.
Yeah, he's like this.
I love Mayor Jensen. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's a good man for the job.
Yes.
It's been. And his social media activity.
Oh my God.
I think that's been one of the. I mean, Mayor England led us so far. But he was before the social media deal.
Yes.
And Mayor England got on board, and I think that's what people were missing.
Yes.
England, I think, was doing so much, but
nobody couldn't see it. Yes.
We didn't know it.
And now you can see.
Now with that social media and his use of it, he's got baseball cards. He uses the baseball cards for the kids.
I have one.
Do you? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I do too. That's a great. I mean, things like that's a great idea. So the kids see his business card, and they're gonna be like, whatever. But if it's a baseball card, they're like, oh, cool, I have this.
It is. Yes, it is. And he autographs them too.
So he's running for mayor in 2042 when those kids are voting age, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. No, it's because he's a good guy. And he loves these kids.
You have my vote forever, Mayor Jensen.
Yeah. That's great.
Wow. So let's talk about you. We've been talking about all the things that you do as the city council. And you talked about your insurance business a little bit. Tell me how you got into the insurance business.
Thanks for asking. And I've learned that in this environment, as well as politics, especially when I'm campaigning, I got to talk about myself. So I'm going to do that. I hope you. I often don't like doing that, but that's my precursor to what I'm about to say. Man, my father was an orphan more or less growing up, so he kind of taught us growing up to be to figure it out, right? Like,
okay.
There's not a lot of options, just get it done type deal.
Okay.
And so I was working at Home Depot, going to college, and
You attended UTA, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I love UTA.
yeah.
Hello, Dr. Kabari.
Yeah. Man, I had some pretty good teachers there at UTA. I had some good times too. No, I lived off campus, but it's actually one of the percentage-wise one of the most on-campus living now.
Is
Used
it
to be
really?
a commuter college, but now UTA has way more on campus.
I know. They have some really nice apartments around there.
I know one of our councilman's kids lives here, and he lives on campus.
Wow.
Just because you want to get that college experience.
The college experience.
Yeah.
And they do a lot over at UTA.
Yeah. Oh, constant.
Yes. They're a very active on campus and in the community as well. They've participated in several of our events. They volunteer a lot with our city.
Yeah, and they're constant. Yeah, and that's so cool to have UTA stay like that. The Mavericks.
Yes.
And they get a little. You got the Dallas Mavericks, then you got UT Horns in Oklahoma, and I'm like, go Mavericks. We've been undefeated in football since like '85.
Who?
UTA Mavericks. We haven't lost a football game since
I know, because they don't have a team. I've often asked Dr. Kabari about that. I think they will probably eventually get a team. Do you think?
They bring it up. I think the reality of it is, and I don't want to get in a sports debate, but I think most sporting activities in colleges lose money.
Yes, especially in this city.
Yeah. So, the Horn.
Trying to build it would be a lot.
UT Horns, the big colleges, they make money.
Yes.
But, UTA.
And it's so close to the Cowboys.
Everything else.
Yes. I mean, they're centrally located.
I will say that the UTA baseball team
is awesome.
That is great. And they've had John Lackey, who's turned into a journeyman, but he's won a World Series. And Hunter Pence, who I had business law with Jerry Koch, with Hunter Pence, who's the outfielder for San Francisco Giants, who also has a ring. He went to went to Arlington High.
Okay.
I remember he sat the row behind me and about 10 people down. One of the girls he knew in college was sitting next to me, and I didn't even know who he was. But he said, "Hey, that's my friend Hunter Pence. He's going to get drafted or something like that. He plays for the UTA baseball team." And right when I looked back, he's reaching in his backpack and he pulls out a stack of letters. And these are college letters and draft letters. And I asked him about it, and he's just like, "Yeah, I just get them every day." It's amazing. But anyway, that's at UTA, right there.
Right there, UTA.
And
their wheelchair. I mean, they're like Olympians.
Yeah, all of them.
Several of them are. Yeah. And their basketball team is pretty good too.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, they were almost undefeated, or they were doing really, really well, and their top two players both got hurt. I mean, it was just one of those things like mid-season, and they still did well after that, and it was just never the same. But that gets you excited.
Yes, it does.
I see now when my Texas Tech buddy gets all excited for sports games, I'm like, why are you getting so excited? And then UTA had half a good season, and I'm
yeah.
Hey,
have you ever participated in the Maverick Speaker Series?
No.
You need to go. They have some really great speakers.
I think I really would like to ease myself into something like that because I get nervous. And I don't even know.
No, you can just attend.
Just attend.
Yes,
I thought you were talking about speaking.
Yes.
No.
No. They
I've seen some of the people they have.
Some great speakers. Yeah, I've attended several. Yeah, they get some really great speakers there.
Well, I'll have to keep an eye on that because that's something I want to see. So
your insurance.
Yeah, my dad calls me one day and says, "You want to get in the insurance business?" And I said, "Well, Dad, you're a lawyer." He said, "Yeah, but I got a good idea here." And we started talking about it, and basically, I decided I wanted to do it. I bought online the insurance licensing manual. I did nothing for about 2 months except study the manual and took the test. Now, understand, I'm a C student. C's passing, okay?
Yes.
The C, I mean, it always frustrated me sometimes when somebody said you had to have a 3.0 GPA to graduate or to declare a major in college, right? And I had struggled with that. I was like, well, I thought C was passing. So you said C's passing, so I passed. What are you talking about? Anyway, I was C student. I aced this licensing exam on the first try.
Congratulations.
And I'm telling you, what we did after that, we the building, which my dad was a lawyer in, had an open space. Mm-hmm. We used an old desk, an old computer, set up the internet, and started delivering flyers. We'd go to apartment complexes and hit every car. Well, some would get kicked out of apartment complexes too, you know. Or we receive a phone call, don't ever bring your flyers on here again. But I was just like, I'm so sorry, I'm just trying to make a living here. But we were about 2 or 3 years, every weekend. And I'm not going to tell you we went literally every weekend, but we would have contests on how many flyers we could deliver.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not exaggerating at all. I guarantee we did over 100,000 flyers.
Wow. So you saturated what area?
So I think north side of town. So
okay.
I think that.
So you concentrated on Grand Prairie?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean,
so all you entrepreneurs out there, take notes.
Oh, absolutely, man, and you can make it happen. I don't want to judge anybody else's decision making, but I've seen businesses open, and they can make a burger or they can sell a widget, and they just kind of open their doors and wait for people to come in, and it's like, well, that's not going to last very long.
No, you have to be out there.
And so I've always called myself a knucklehead, but you know, I'm a hardworking knucklehead, you know, and delivering those flyers, I hope, was an example of that. After about 3 years, I kind of said, all right, we're going to be in business here. And so ended up working out really well, especially where I'm at today. I do not make very much money, but I've got all the time in the world.
Okay.
And that
affords you the luxury to do all the other things.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go. I thought about saying this on the radio earlier, but I should have wrote it down. But I apologize if I don't want to offend any religious or irreligious folks. But a guy named Purpose Driven Life, Charles. Anyway, the book was called Purpose Driven Life. It was just a
I've heard of
40-day devotional. So it was like day 17. I'll never forget this. I read this it's about 12 years ago. And it says, time is the best expression of love.
Yes.
And it says, you know, we can make more money.
But you can't make more time.
But you can't make more time.
No,
said,
you can't.
When you give somebody a portion of your time, you're giving them a portion of life you will never get back.
Yes, that's true.
I found that pretty powerful, you know what I mean? And so with counsel and with the extracurricular activities and nonprofit volunteerism.
Yes.
Boy, it's rewarding.
It's very rewarding.
I mean, do it for a little bit. I mean, that feels. I always use the analogy of being filled up. You know, so I think empty what is full, fill what is empty type thing.
Yes,
that fills you up, and there's no doubt about it. So having the insurance business, even though I don't make a ton of money, I got all the time.
But you've had your business since 2005.
Yep, 2005. Thank you for that. So 13 years. I was 23 when I started it.
Wow.
And so. Worked out really well. I think maybe I had the hard work. I think that saw a direct. When you're reading a book in college, you know, it's kind of like, this is tough. But when you can go out and deliver flyers and somebody calls on it and then you make some money off of it and you're like, okay, here's that. You get that direct result and you get going from it. So
you build on it.
Yeah. And that's what helped me get involved too with the city. You know, you're a business owner, you got to promote your business.
Yes.
So you go to events. You go to places and say, "Here, I'm."
So, what have you been involved in?
That answer is very long. I will proudly
give me your top
say,
5.
But let me tell you something. Children First Counseling Center. They've really been around for 45 years now.
Wow, 45 years?
Yeah.
In Grand Prairie.
Yeah, they've been doing counseling services for 45 years.
That's incredible.
You know what? I'm not going to tell you in Grand Prairie. But I'm not going to tell you it's not, because I'm not exactly sure. But they've been around for 45 years.
Okay.
10 years ago, I got invited to one of their board meetings. And so going back, I guess we're talking about me. So in 8th grade, I was getting in trouble. And just
in trouble?
Well, and you know, my brother has the title of doctor and lieutenant colonel, and my sister's a ranch foreman. You know, I was just kind of, I guess I was still searching for my identity. I don't know. I just
What number are you? The middle child?
yeah.
That's why.
I think that's part of the story.
Yes.
So I got kicked out of Adams Middle School. Go Panthers! And it was towards the end of the year, so luckily I didn't miss any sports. I was just hanging with the wrong crowd.
Yes.
These guys, honestly, the guys, I still know them, and none of them finished high school. Some of them are still living at home. I mean, it was a very good thing what happened to me, getting kicked out of school. And because I was running with those guys, and we were about to transition into high school. So imagine if I would have gone to high school running with the same guys.
Yes.
And so I went to alternative school.
For all you parents out there, take notes because there's still hope.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing is my parents did a great job.
Yes.
I mean, the brother and the sister were kicking butt and taking names, and I'm the knucklehead. And we went to a counseling session. They didn't know what to do anymore. They were like, we're doing everything we can. So they took me to a counseling session. Now, I don't know what it was, but I just opened up, talked about everything that was on my mind, where I wouldn't talk about that with my parents.
Okay.
And you just get that overwhelmed feeling of emotion, and things are already better just because you're talking about it.
Because you're talking
just
about it.
Just talking about it. Simply having somebody sit there and listen and talk, and really made a difference. I think.
Listening makes a difference. It's about communication. And when you can talk to someone about your problems, or even when it's good, just sharing
certainly
with someone else makes a difference.
So again, I don't want to offend anybody, but Proverbs is a common thing. It's not. I'm not preaching to you and say Proverbs. It's a nice little book, but Proverbs 17 says, "Even a fool seems wise when he holds his tongue." I interpret that as if you listen to somebody, you'll appear wise
just by listening.
Yeah, but it's encouraged to listen, and that person is going to be able to open up and tell us. That's what families are for. That's what relationships are for. That's what friendships are for.
When you have a great relationship, it's because that person listens.
Yeah. That's what having a beer with your friend is for.
Yes.
Well, hey, and
I don't drink, but I mean, going with my friend, I'm not offended by people that drink. No. By no means, but I mean,
I cut back
listening
major time.
I'm sorry?
I cut back. I used to drink a lot, and I don't think it was ever a problem. One day I decided I don't do it as much. It's not as... It hurts. You drink a lot of it, it's not fun. So a lot of times you can't talk about those things with your friends. A lot of times you can't talk about things. So Children First will counsel anybody, anytime. If you got a lot of money or a little bit of money. So do you have to be a
Grand Prairie resident?
No.
Really?
No, and a lot of our referrals come from Dallas County Juvenile Center.
Okay.
The judge will refer people over. And it's not free per se.
Yes.
Somebody's paying for it, right?
Yes.
And if you got money, they're going to ask that you pay something.
Yes.
But
and if you don't, do they have scholarships?
Absolutely. No, they're going to see you. Great. You're going to get counseling.
Yes.
You go in there, thing is, there's a waiting list. So here's my plug. Go donate to Children First if you want to help out. We've always got fundraisers, childrenfirst.org. Great organization. So I had the honor of serving as president for 2 years. And it was actually during the years that United Way cut back their funding. And so we had a tough couple of years during there. I was just holding it all together, trying to figure out what to do. And one of my best friends is the president now, and things are good. And I'm like, dude, you got the easy part. No, he does a good job too. He's a
So who's the president now?
Clayton Fisher.
Clayton, yes.
Yeah.
He and I are on the Low Foundation together.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Him and Matt became really good friends.
Yes. Hello, Matthew.
Yeah, buddy. Saw him this morning. Matt's a good guy.
Yes, he's an incredible guy, and he gives so much to the community. He really does.
Every time I turn around, he's involved in one of our organizations.
Yes.
And so
yes.
And he's his Asia Times Square is the correct name. They've constantly got that's a culture experience in itself.
Yes.
Anytime you hear anything about Asia Times Square, go. It's fun.
An experience. Yes.
And if you want cheap food by a vendor on the side of the street, you can eat that. And if you want a 5-star restaurant,
it's there.
You got.
Even
whatever.
if you need to go to the grocery store, if you need to buy clothes to chandeliers, it's there.
They do a good job.
They do.
And I think
really do.
They're really wanting to expand that and grow into that, and they're constantly working on that.
Yes.
Good job, Matt Loeb. And
Yes.
I say Clayton and I go back to, I want to say the second grade.
Really?
Shooting, playing YMCA, well, Eisenhower Elementary.
Okay.
But Miss Brooks' class, hi, Miss Brooks. I don't think she's listening, but YMCA basketball. This is not planned. I mean, this is such a cool story. The family who's going to do the fire station downtown.
Yes.
Who is also running the cafe here.
Yes.
There
is a cafe here in the Epic Recreation Center.
We haven't got to the Epic yet. I got so much. Anyway, the family here, her brother ran with me and Clayton shooting hoops. Just YMCA ball, Adams Middle School, Grand Prairie High. I mean, it's just such a cool. So I was going to another thing. Downtown, Grand Prairie. Martin Caballero. Have you met Martin?
No,
Bon Air. He works with Bon Air.
Yes, I know Martin. Hi, Martin. Yes, I know Martin.
Martin, same thing with me and Clayton.
Okay.
Martin, so graduate class 2000, went all the way up to Adams Middle School with us. Angelo Chokas, who is the Theo's family.
Yes, I know. I love Theo's food.
And then the operators, Desmond Lau, they operate it. So Angelo and Desmond, both class of 2000. Gerardo Rodriguez runs Three Bears Tires in downtown.
Wow.
Class of 2000. I just told you about the Avers.
So that class of 2000 was a great.
What I love about it is they're all downtown in my district. That's just
really?
like, it's such and I haven't hung out
all
with
of those businesses are in your district?
Or very close, yes.
Wow, that's cool.
So Martin I hadn't talked to. We weren't even friends. I mean, we knew each other because we went to school together. We weren't like friends. Angelo I had office aid with. It's not like we were running buddy. Clayton's one of my running buddies. But,
okay.
And it's just so cool that now. And then there's other, like Zavala's Barbecue.
Yes.
They're coming in in January. They're going to be open. Plug for Zavala's.
Now, what building are they going into?
So it used to be Barb's Cakes. It's an old kind of drive-in almost. It's hard to explain, but it's in between Gordo's.
Okay.
Angel makes awesome barbecue too. We're going to have Barbecue Central downtown, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Grand Prairie's so cool about that. We
Yes.
got 2 Italian joints next to each other.
Yes.
And then we're going to have 3 barbecue joints next to each other.
I mean, they stay busy.
Oh, well, that's a great
Yes.
thing. They said consultants say you need 3 restaurants that pull people in to revitalize the downtown area. And
It's coming. We're there.
We're there.
We're there. The farmers market brings in a lot of business too.
Especially when they are. We have a redevelopment task force that City Council funded. When they
Okay.
have their events, they reach out even further. They get people coming in. We had a murals and mimosas
Yes.
event, and we had 500 people show up for that.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it was insane. By the way, so December 15th, we're having a pop-up shopping event done by the same task force.
Okay.
There's going to have vendors come in, and it's kind of like farmers market, but spread all over downtown.
Okay.
We've got 2 or 3 new murals, so we're going to go by those murals. They're real simple. They're all downtown.
I like the one that they did in the crosswalk.
Okay, so yeah, on the floor.
That was really cool.
And that's what we're trying to do downtown. When we're going off subject, but that's another thing awesome downtown is doing right now. We've got Steve Dye is heading that up, and oh man, it's so cool.
I'm telling you, when you put the arts and invest in arts and parks in a city, it thrives.
It gives. Let's go see that.
Yes,
whatever that is. Not just let's eat. I mean, eating's great, and that's part of it. But there's that art show, or there's that new guy, or that new thing, and that people start coming in and wanting to check that out.
Yes,
new Zavala's Barbecue.
Yes,
I mean, people they were lining up around the corner for that. So they were 03, I think.
Okay.
So again, the circa 2000 and the surrounding 5 years, they're all up and down Grand Prairie.
Wow. So was it something that they taught in class?
Yeah, it was the class. I don't know. It's just so cool. It worked out that way. I mean, I like pointing that out because it's just unique. That
is very unique, especially in a city our size.
Yeah, Grand Prairie's got that. Still,
it still feels like a small hometown.
Yeah, even though we're closing in on 200,000 people.
That's great, but it doesn't feel like it.
we got that skinny demographic. Not demographic, skinny. It's only 5 miles wide. Or
Is
something
it
like
really?
Maybe I don't know what my numbers are, but it's 26 miles
Long, yes, but not that wide.
And
yeah.
so your community is
Very
pulled in.
pulled together. Yeah. It's. I love living here. I mean, we've been here since 2005. We moved here from Atlanta. We lived in Atlanta for 18 years, and then
How was Atlanta?
I love Atlanta. Yeah, well, I'm
Was
actually
Michael
going
Vick there
back.
in 05?
He was he? Yes,
Yeah, he
he
had to be
was.
there.
Yes,
So that was
he was
probably
there.
fun.
Yes, it was. I love Atlanta. My family is still there, and we're planning to return to Atlanta when my son finishes school. Yeah.
How old's your son?
He's in the 9th grade, so
Okay,
we
so
have
we
a
got-
couple more
we
years.
have you 4 or 5 more years.
Yes,
10,
yes.
10,
But
15.
we weren't planning to stay. We were actually going to return to Atlanta when I retired in 2000. Let me see. I retired in 2000. We were actually going to return in 2007, I believe that it was.
Okay.
And we ended up staying. And it was because of the school district, because we could get, the school district is great where our property is located, where we're going to rebuild our home or build our home. But we were able to get so much more free in public school than in the public school there. So
Yeah.
that's why we stayed.
Well, what's that? Once I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. You're not going anywhere.
I'm not leaving.
You're not going anywhere. We got you.
I'm telling you, with everything that's going on in the city of Grand Prairie, if you are out there, we have Mr. Cole Humphreys, our city council for the awesome city of Grand Prairie, District 5. We are coming to you live from the Epic Recreation Center, and it is such a beautiful day. So
It is.
It's going to be a challenge to leave, but I can always return.
Yeah.
Yes.
Often.
Often. I'm retired, so I could.
Yeah. I like the reset. I forget how important that is on radio. You got to make sure everybody knows what we're doing here.
Yes.
In case you tune in late.
In case you're just tuning in.
Yeah. Welcome if you're just tuning in.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you brought up Epic because I guess it's a plug. I mean, I don't know. I want to talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it.
So, honestly,
when you first heard about it, what did you think? Did you envision what we have?
I'm going to say maybe, because
I couldn't.
and it's part of kind of what I want to say is that, like, I thought, I'm not going over there. I said, 161 still seemed far away from me.
Yes.
Because I'm still thinking 360.
Yes.
And that's, I forget, you're the mile closer than 360. And so I thought, it's just so much, so big. I'm sure there'd be a ton of people and all. And I just, Charlie Taylor Rec Center's next to me. And I was just like, well, great. I'm so glad Grand Prairie's doing that. And then I came over here and I said, oh, hey.
It's not bad.
This is pretty cool. So, we did a couple tours and saw it. Let me tell you, on the grand opening, I came up here. I've been on a good workout program for, 6 months or so where I lift weights. And so I was like, I'll go up there, do the grand opening, take the pictures, and I'll do a quick lift session. And it was about 9:30 when I finally went there and started working out. I didn't leave till about almost 2 o'clock.
You're kidding.
Yeah, because I was having so much fun. So
Wow.
I went from lifting, which was a good exercise,
Yes.
good workout. This is another cool thing is it's such a large workout room.
It is.
I thought I was in there alone almost. And I started looking around, so there's 30 people in there.
Wow.
And it's just so large, you can fill up
Yes,
and still
feel like you have your time and your space.
I want to say they spent $1.5 million
Wow.
in workout equipment on for that place. That's how much equipment is over there in the
That's a lot of
space.
equipment.
And so I went from lifting weights to I watched a few guys, I think on the futsal court.
Yes, futsal, yes.
They were having fun over there, and that was fun watching them. Saw a friend. We went up and played ping pong. So played like 5 games of ping pong. He kicked my butt, and I thought I was good at ping pong. And then they've got the something, and I'm sorry, I should know this because I'm promoting it, but it's wall. Nice, wall. And this is where it takes an image of you, and you stand there, and you lean left, lean right, and you play a game. based on your
Really?
body. And
Where's the eye wall?
it's just upstairs. I mean, it's just
Well, I have to see that after the
next
show.
to the ping pong. You know, I mean, it's like right there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the ping pong right here.
No, there's one upstairs. By the way, so you can just come up to Epic and not pay a dime and play
and
ping
play
pong.
ping pong and the beanbag toss.
Yeah,
and
corn-
read the
cornhole.
book, check
Yeah.
in the book, or check out a book,
You
or
don't-
drop off a book,
Don't have to have a membership. Just come up
Yeah.
and do it. Then we'll
and enjoy the cafe.
enjoy the cafe. And the art, there's art there
Yes.
still. So,
Yes.
the eye wall, and then I was walking around a little bit more. I showed my friend kind of the studio and the art, the artist that lives upstairs.
Horatio,
Yeah,
yes.
so cool. And then my favorite part of that day was they were playing pickleball. I started playing pickleball, and I thought that was a game for old people. So I said, "Oh, it sounds like fun," but I'm into basketball, And Georgia Clemson, our lovely councilwoman,
Yes, she is.
and she's so active.
Yes.
She's everywhere. She does
She's
everything.
everywhere. She has so much energy.
And let me tell you something about this. This is so cool. This is a little off subject, but she represents her constituency. No ifs, ands, or
Yes,
buts
she
about
does.
it. On my campaign trail, I'd say, "Hey, I'm going to do this to downtown, and I want to do this and X and Y and Z." And they're like, "Okay, that's fine, Cole. We're probably going to vote for you, but no more warehouses." I mean, it was like stern, and it's true, and that's what we hear. Mm-hmm. So first, every meeting I go to now, we've got a warehouse developer trying to build a warehouse, and I'm just like, whoa. I mean, this is tough because it's zoned industrial. Mm-hmm. They have every right to build there, and and if we say no, they can sue us.
Oh, really?
Well, Georgia still says no. She's not. She's like, no. She's like, oh, we're good. Now, because of the legality of it.
Well, yeah, they can. I mean, people can sue for anything, but what will be their basis?
Well, because the value of the land is X. Okay, so if you rezone it or don't allow that zoning to happen, the value of the land goes from X minus.
Oh,
That
so
value.
it's actually the owner.
Yeah, so the owner of the land, or even the developer, it depends on how they want to do it, can sue for the decreased value in the land because of the zoning. And then
That's
the city
interesting.
would then have to pay out that difference.
So what do you do?
You gotta allow warehouses. You let them build. It's zoned that way.
Oh,
There's
wow.
you can't,
Yeah, we kind of went through that in our neighborhood. It was zoned mixed use,
Yeah,
and they're putting some apartments.
yeah.
And then I was very upset about it because when we first moved, we live off of Lake Bridge in Camp Wisdom.
Yeah.
And when we first moved here, there was
Nothing.
two roads left
Oh,
and
yeah.
right. Yeah, and a flashing light.
It was like 3 times that now, probably.
Yes, it's like 6 lanes now. And then now they're building this apartment, and it's a mixed use, and it's supposed to be really nice. But I was hesitant. I didn't want it because...
Was that with commercial on bottom? And
Yes.
Yeah. That was one of the
that
first
area.
cases I had, I think.
Yes. You voted yes.
We had people out the door.
Yes, I was one of them.
I'll just say, so people are going to judge me now, but I'll say that I was just quiet. I didn't say anything. Which, since everybody said yes, I count as a yes.
But looking at the big picture for the betterment of our city,
Yeah.
I can understand why we would want to have that because it's about rooftops and it's about getting the people, the foot traffic.
It's a good point. It's a very good point. People
Yes.
want a certain amount of commercial. And
Yes.
that commercial won't come in
And
without
right.
heads.
Yes.
And when somebody wants to put in 400 heads, it's like, oh yeah, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. So
But think
looking
about
at it that way.
There are some people over there that are forever affected by that. They live next door,
Yes.
and their tree line is
Yes.
going to be that 4-story.
Yes, I'm glad I don't live on that side.
Well, I know one of the guys that lived there, and known him my whole life, and it was tough.
Yes,
You know,
it's tough. It really is. But I have learned to accept if there's an empty lot someplace that something is eventually coming there.
Oh, especially at this point.
Yes, our city is growing. I mean, our North Texas is growing. I was just reading the other day that there's a pharmaceutical company coming in Irving, I believe it is, McKinnon, McCrimson, McSomething. They're moving their corporate office from San Diego. So they're bringing a lot of jobs.
I've heard that
this
slogan. What's
area.
that slogan? Don't California my Texas. Have you heard that before?
Yes, I have.
That's funny.
Because,
and that's, I don't care
because
about
they're able to come here and buy
it's
3 homes
like, it's
for
like
the
half
price.
Yeah,
Yes.
third of the price.
Yes, and still have money left to buy a brand new luxury car.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
That'll change now that they're coming. So.
Now, yes, it's going to actually. What? No, not 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Okay, we okay. I didn't even get through all of my questions.
All right, we can
with
do.
you.
We can go. We can do.
This
could do
is
like.
one I want.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, tell me the square root of 572, and why is that a good question?
So, Vandella said, "Hey Cole, write down a few things in case we get off subject or it's a stale interview. We can."
But it's been so much fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. We even touched the questions.
Yes.
So I was like, ask me anything. You don't need to write down questions. We'll just talk. But so I couldn't think of any questions asked. So I just made it up. What's the square root of 572? And Vandella's sweet enough to answer it for me because I didn't know what this was. So those of you out there,
The
that
mathematicians from the
wonder-
C student.
the square root of 572 is 23.91652148662. Wow.
You're really smart.
Hey, when it's written down for me.
Well, I think we probably better go to in the news.
Yeah. Yes.
Rick Harold, my hero. I love Mr. Harold. He has been such a great director, parks director. He's been here, I believe, 13 years with the City of Grand Prairie Parks Recreation Department.
Tom Hart's worked with him for 35 years, and
Yes.
that's why he's here.
Yes.
It'll be a major loss.
It will. It will.
All the stuff we've talked about today and the expansion of Grand Prairie.
It's because of him.
Yeah.
He has such a big heart when it comes to parks, arts, and recreation. I mean, he's really, I call him the king
Yeah.
because
That's
he
accurate.
really is. And gosh, his personality, he can walk in any room, and if you are sad, his voice.
Jolly.
And yes, wow. I'm really going to miss him a lot.
One of his employees told me that he's got like a month-long cruise planned after his retirement. He's gonna do it right. He's gonna enjoy
Good
himself.
for him.
Yeah,
Good for
he
him.
deserves
He does.
anything and everything, and he'll always be a part of.
He will. Yes, we need to.
And I'll bet he's not going anywhere. I bet you he'll be around. I bet you.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. We need to put his name on one of these big pillars that, when you walk in here and it should say Rick Harold's Pillar.
Yeah.
We can actually say Rick Harold Pillar of Grand Prairie Arts, Parks, and Recreation Department.
Ooh.
And one of these pillars right here, we
and
have several.
There, I guarantee you there's going to be some.
I hope so.
But let's stay on top of that.
Yes.
Let's make sure.
Yes. I think we could do that.
Call the
That sounds
like I said.
You're the city council.
I know, that's
do
what I
that.
mean.
Make it happen.
Yeah,
I hope you're not listening, Mr. Harold.
Yeah, right. Surprise is out the window.
Yes.
Surprise.
That
Yeah,
would be
I,
wonderful.
people have better ideas than me, so we're going to make that. And they're going to that before we said anything. I guarantee you.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure something big is going on behind the scenes. But yes, the Epic Recreation Center is open, so memberships are still being accepted. What else? El Pollo Loco. Malcolm wanted me to make sure that this was announced that El Pollo Loco is open. So I guess Malcolm and I will be going to that restaurant soon. This is another thing that I learned. Epic Indoor Water Park is having a spectacular New Year's Eve party.
Oh, wow. That looks
yes,
fun.
it's actually not 3 events, but they're going to be open from 10 a.m. until 1 a.m. That's
Yeah,
on
1
your
a.m.
sheet. Yes. 10 a.m. till 1 a.m., 9 hours of fun. So if you get an opportunity, Mr. Cole, you should swing by there.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Put that on your list.
I'm in.
Yes, you're in. Let's try and plan it and so we can be there at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They have some great prizes, too.
Well, then I'm definitely in.
Yes.
Would that be okay if the councilman won the prizes?
Yes, you just have to donate it.
All right.
Yeah. And this is another thing. Santa Cop, they're still collecting toys for and to drop off at the fire department or at the police department or any fire department or any Grand Prairie Starbucks.
Briefly, I got
Yes.
to spend some time with Santa Cop organization. And
Oh,
It's so
really?
cool.
Yes,
we'll
it
bring in
is.
kids, group kids, and fill the order application.
Yes.
For the deal.
Yes, we do a lot in the community. Oh, he's giving. Okay. Let me see the Sip and Shop. You already talked about that one.
Yeah, downtown Saturday, the
yes,
15th.
Yes.
That'll be a lot of fun. Get some
The
shopping done.
Christmas ornament sparkle. Okay, this is one that I love because Mrs. Jensen, Miss Rebecca does an awesome job with this, and they're on sale at City Hall. So please pick up your Christmas ornaments, the 2018, which was custom designed by Mrs. Jensen. Thank you, Mrs. Jensen.
She's so cool.
Isn't she? I love her. The other thing that's going on is the Christmas market at Tree Trunk Gift Shop that's going to be at the Tourist Information Center. So if you like to buy some other Christmas decorations, there's also going to be some discounts available. Loads of shopping, candles, mugs, anything you need, jewelry, it's available. Go there and see Megan and tell Megan that Cole and Vandella sent you.
Yes, do it.
What's the next one?
Real fast, that tourism center is worth a visit in itself. There's so much to see and so much to do over there. And then they got the little knick-knack store. So
Yes.
Go.
Yes, the Whataburger Customer Appreciation Event is going to be at Whataburger from 5 until 7 p.m. tonight, December 5th. It's going to be at the State Highway 161 location here in Grand Prairie. There's going to be food balloons, artists, photo booths, and photos with the Santa, and a free Whataburger with the purchase of a kid's meal.
Wow.
So find your kid and take them over there so you can get your free Whataburger. We have some people that are actually taking a tour to, you think they're going to join the Epic?
Yeah.
They look like they're going to join.
We'll interview them.
Yeah.
Oh, we're almost out of time.
We're almost out of time. And this is another event. If you're in the area, the Christmas tree lighting, this is always a fun event at City Hall. It's going to be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at City Hall. It's going to be a very prairie Christmas in downtown Grand Prairie.
Yeah, I'll be there. That's a fun event.
Yes,
And that tree lights
all the
up.
kids.
It looks
It's
great.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, Mr. Cole, it's been wonderful. Can you believe it's been an hour already?
I can't believe it.
I know. Malcolm, thank you.
Malcolm missed out, man. I'm going to be like knocking on y'all's door to do this again. This is, we don't have to talk
fun,
about me.
isn't
We don't have
it?
to talk about me. We can talk about anything.
It's so much to talk about when you're
Yeah.
talking about the city of Grand Prairie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy.
Yeah, and the venue here, you can't miss it.
Yeah, the venue is something I could spend an hour
Yes,
talking about.
yes, it's really beautiful. I mean, just looking out the window, I think we can see I-20 all the way into Dallas almost.
Yeah, you can. At least from the police and fire building next door.
Really?
You can definitely see downtown. So I haven't looked from here, but I bet you.
It's really nice. It's really nice. So how many minutes do we have left? 1 minute left? Okay, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Oh, Clint Black, Milk and Cookies. Clint Black's a country music singer. It's called
Let me
Milk and
hear you.
Cookies. Now I'm only 5 years old. I gotta do just what I'm told. Santa's gonna be checking in on me, and it goes on. He talks. At the end, he talks about his trying to fit a horse under his Christmas tree because that's what he wants.
That's pretty cool. Hey, who's the artist that's coming to the Epic Theater Friday night? Do you remember? Is it Jenny?
Jenny?
Do you remember, Thomas? Who's coming? Jenna Rosa. Oh, yeah, Brave Little Hal.
Friday night concert.
Yes.
Theater at
Are you
Epic
coming? Epic Theater.
I'd like to, but I'm going to miss it.
You going to miss it?
But next time.
Next time?
I'm going to go to the Kessler, this is a replica. Our theater is a replica,
It's a replica
of the Kessler. I'm
yes,
actually going to the Kessler on Friday.
yes. That was a good. Doing the replica of the Kessler was a good idea.
Acoustics are great. It's a beautiful
Yes,
venue. Come to the
it's-
Epic
yes.
Theater. Come to the Epic Theater.
Yes, Epic Theater Friday night. It's going to be a great night. We will have the concessions available and the cash bar available. You can make it a great night. a date night.
Yeah.
This has been the Malcolm and Vandella show with our city councilman, Mr. Cole Humphreys. We will see you December 16th is our next show. Have a great one.
Bye-bye.
Oftentimes when I pray for miracles, taking life one day at a time.